All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. Today is Sunday, November 29th. This is our weekly market forecast, and we're gonna do what we always do on Sunday night, which is go through the different currency pairs that we're looking at, and basically try to figure out, where we think or what direction we think price may be headed this week. Obviously, to try to profit. Okay, so if you've been tuning in the last couple weeks, then you know that we've been talking about this intraday swing trade and MACD cross strategy, which has a 90% win rate, okay? Which basically we're looking at these crosses to determine basically swings and trend change, right? So we set out our alerts and we're getting alerts on the 2 hour, okay? You can obviously use this strategy for scalping and other charts. However, the larger time frames seem to be the ones that you can rely on the most. All right. Now, obviously, when you're swing trading, all right, when you're swing trading, uh, you know, your entry, if we're talking about holding the trade for, a day, maybe 2 days, um, or swing trading a week or whatever, you know, 10, 20 pips may not be a big deal, right? But or should I say when you're swing trading, right? But intraday trading, obviously, use any strategy you want to get the best entry as possible. Okay, and I just kind of want to clarify. Again, I was saying that the strategy was cool, but it doesn't really account for the pullbacks. All right, it doesn't account for the pullbacks. And for an example, um, I actually got an alert. All right, I got an alert from the 2 hour. Let me show you this. All right, get this off the chart, and I'm looking at AUDJPY. By the way, just to let you know. Let me get some of these little lines off of here. So, yeah, let's go to the MACD. All right, so here I got an alert. All right, now what I'm saying by it doesn't these alerts don't really account for the pullbacks. Okay, so price went up, but what happens is that when you set this alert, all right, it's not really when it may cross and cross back again, right? Price may, you know, act as resistance. So the alert is cool because it's still giving you a key area of support and resistance, okay? But there may be a short-term opportunity that you can scalp, okay? Um, so just pay attention. So I want to kind of talk about that little gray area. All right. So what I ended up doing was when this alert came, I noticed there's something called the stochastic. All right, which if you go to pipcatcheracademy.com, there's a video that talks about the stochastic. Okay. And basically what the stochastic does is whatever time frame you are on, it's basically going to give you a 20 and an 80, all right, which is uh support and resistance. All right, support and resistance. And when you see price is this stochastic in the middle of the 80 and the 20, basically it's a no trade zone. Okay, it's a no trade zone. So if price was at the 80, you know that you're in seller's territory. And then if price is at the 20, you know that you are in buyer's territory. Okay, buyer's territory. And what the stochastic is going to do is it's going to stop you or help you not get caught up in buying at the top of a trend, right? Buying at the top of a trend. Um so yeah, it's just going to help you be a little bit more accurate, actually a lot more accurate. all right, because I already got a 20-point win and to start the week off of that strategy. All right, we ended up getting that pullback. I'm sorry, let me go back to the 5 minute. All right, we ended up getting this pullback. All right, the alert came in, price was here, boom, got the pullback. All right, now we're looking for a retracement, pretty much. All right, a retracement. And as you can see, actually I'm using the 15-minute stochastic. Okay. Um, we were at seller's territory, so I'm looking for some type of rejection. All right, but if we're doing the weekly market forecast, we want to take a look at the weekly. All right, and we see that the weekly says, the stochastic says that we're in seller's territory. All right, we're in seller's territory right now. Sorry, let's go to the daily. All right, the daily is also saying that we're in seller's territory. All right, the 4 hour, we're already bent off of uh seller's territory. We're almost in that no trade zone. Okay, so depending on what chart you're looking at, it's going to determine which direction you want to go in. All right, so overall for the week, we're looking for some bearish activity based on what we just looked at. Okay, for the AUD JPY, we're looking for some bearish activity. As we can see, price did bounce off of this level, this 77.000 level, and if we want to look at this trend here, all right, let's go ahead and get out our Fibonacci, okay? And we just gonna map out the high and the low, boom, all right? And then we'll look for at least our 50% retracement, which is gonna be our 75.085. Sorry. Hold on, you guys, something is wrong. Sorry. All right. So yeah, we're looking for the 50% retracement, which is basically this 75 point, not really 75,000, it's 75.111. All right, that's basically the area that we're looking at. Okay, so we can delete that. Let's go ahead and get the Let me go ahead and get the measuring tool. And that's about a 100 pip move. All right, a 100 pip move. So that's a good move, right? Definitely to start the week off, right? 100 pip move. So again, in the short term, we're going back to the let's see what's going on here. Not sure what's going on, bro. Okay. So again, in the short term, right? Just my opinion. I mean, I just don't think that price is gonna go down straight 100 pips, right? So we still want to use the basic knowledge that we know about price structure, about different harmonic patterns that may come up. So, what I ended up doing was in the short term, I ended up throwing another Fibonacci on this um on this trend. Okay. And that actually brought me to what would be a left shoulder in a head and shoulders pattern, right? Left shoulder, a higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low. Then it'll come back and make a lower high and then continue down, right? So that just kind of makes sense. But at the same time, it was just a 10 pip profit, right? So is 10 pips really worth chasing? Probably not. Um, Although I did, but probably not. So, uh, so again, I will wait for some type of pullback, right, for my entry. We were also talking about setting those alerts, and you can actually set an alert. All right, go to set an alert and go to indicators, and then you go to whatever one you want to use, whatever time frame you want to use. Okay. And let's just say you want to go to 2 hour. That's the one I use. And then go to the stochastic, right? And then you can say, basically, I didn't change any settings in that. And you're just going to say, alert me when price, right, I did two. Alert me when it's over 80 and then alert me when it's under 20. Okay. So that's going to give you, I think, some really good alerts. You can use the combination of these two strategies, all right, to help you kind of scout the direction that we think that the market is going to go in, right? So I actually back tested this. Make sure that you do have a trading view. I was using you can't do replay in you cannot do replay in uh the free mode, but for $15 a month you can do replay, basically where you are replaying the market, okay? And you can kind of practice these strategies, all right? And on here I actually entered a hold on, y'all. I gotta pay attention to what's going on because I'm actually in this, right? Like I don't want this move to just pop off. But so anyway, uh I use this to kind of to back test the strategy, right? Replay the market, rewind, back test, and um just to try to perfect the strategy. Okay, so I would definitely encourage you all to play around with the trading view, all right, especially when it comes to back testing these strategies, all right. So the next one we're gonna go to is GBP AUD, all right, and we can start with a weekly. All right, we can start with the weekly. Matter of fact, I'll take a look at the monthly too because we're pretty much closing out the end of the month, right? All right, and what the monthly basically is saying is that there's more room. It looks like it's really in the middle. It's in a no trade zone first and foremost, but it's coming off of support. That's what it looks like to me. All right, although at the same time it looks like with our strategy, the MACD, we're getting that cross. So you see what I'm talking about here, right? So instead of jumping in right now because you see the cross, what I would do is I would wait for the stochastic to reach 80, okay, and then take that as your entry for a bearish move. All right. Again, I'm just looking at the monthly, so that's kind of broad. We go to the weekly. The weekly, same thing. We're at that point where our MACD and our signal line, they're touching, right? But it's not is it going to cross, or is it going to give us rejection, right? And based on the stochastic, it appears that we're closer to buyer's territory than seller's territory, all right, for the week. All right, again, we're doing a top down analysis. So let's just continue to dive down into this. Oh, sorry, the daily. Maybe just did the daily. The daily, we're actually at the 20. All right. So as far as the daily is concerned, this could actually be a good area to buy. And as you see, the 20 is actually at this support level here. All right. It's actually at this support level here, which is it makes sense, right? Support and resistance. So we're in more of buyer's territory, looks like, when it comes to GA right this second, right? Or off the daily. Again, depending on what time frame you're looking at. You may not be trying to hold for the whole entire week, right? So we'll go down to the same thing. We're coming off of, we're in buyer's territory off the 4 hour. All right, we're in on the 2 hour. We're in that no trade zone. Okay, we're in that no trade zone on the 2 hour. Okay, and let's go to the 15. All right. 15 is saying that we're in seller's territory. All right. So it's using the 15-minute. And again, that makes sense. It looks like we're at some type of resistance, or right, is this support, or this resistance now becoming support, right? Where that's knowing that we're looking for a bullish move, with this currency pair, right? So what I would do, just looking at this in the 5-minute, is saying the same thing. All right, is that we're in seller's territory, but again, is this resistance really going to act as support, right? And what I would do is I would probably wait again for price to come back, wait for some type of pullback on the 5-minute or even the 15-minute. Okay, so we want to take our buys off of the 20. All right, we want to take our buys off the 20. We want to take our 80s off of, our sales off of the 80. All right, again, depending on if you're swing trading, if you're scalping, right? Scalping will be using the 5-minute chart, maybe the 15. Intraday trading will be using the 2 hour chart, hourly chart, maybe even the 30-minute. Could be either one. All right, so that's what I would wait for. And then we're looking at the time of day. It's 10:22. All right. We're not expecting any big moves at 10:22. And that actually brings us back to something else that I wanted to talk about, which is the best areas to trade. All right. And best times to trade. And some of you all have been asking me about the best times to trade. And I kind of apply, it's a filter called sessions, all right, that I applied onto the chart on the trading view. All right. And what it did is it highlighted the different sessions. All right. So what I'll do is I'll click that so you can kind of see. And I only wanted the London session, the New York session, and I have the Tokyo and the Sydney. All right. But I only wanted information off of the London and the New York session because those are the sessions that I want to take advantage of, right? Obviously, I'm in right now. I shouldn't be based on what I'm telling you right now. But you get what I'm saying here. So basically, let me go back. Sorry about that. All right. So London session begins at 3 a.m. Eastern. These are all Eastern Standard Times, and it goes until noon. All right. And then we have a New York session, which starts at 8 a.m. and it goes into 5 p.m. And then we have Tokyo session, which starts at what is 20? I think that's what 8 o'clock, right? So 8 o'clock p.m. until 4 a.m. Right. So again, I'm only looking on information on the London session and the New York session. All right, those are the main two sessions. All right, and if we just looking at the green areas, right, or the area, the green is the London, the red is the New York, the brown or yellow, whatever color you want to call it, all right, represents the period of time where these two periods overlap. So the London and the New York session is overlapping between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. And what happens is when these basically when these sessions are overlapping, it causes a tremendous amount of volume activity, all right, in the market, which causes obviously the big moves that we want to be capitalizing on. All right. So essentially, what I'm going to start to do is we're going to have more live sessions, right? But so like for an example, this was at 7. So we'll start doing. I'll probably log on tomorrow. Yeah, I'll log on tomorrow at 7. We'll do a live session tomorrow morning at 7. All right. Just kind of taking a look at what we think may happen during the or what we think is about to happen during the New York session, right? Coming off of the activity from the London session. All right. So I'm breaking down my uh my trading strategy into a couple different trades a day. One, there's a trade that happens from 3 a.m. until about 7 a.m. All right, that's one trading opportunity. The next trading opportunity is from 7 to 11. All right, 7 to 11. Okay, I'm sorry. There's an opportunity from 3 to 7. All right, yes. And then from 7 to 11. And then from 11 basically until the end of the New York session, right, which is 5 p.m. So we're talking about one, two, three trades a day. All right, three trades a day in and out of the market, and also exiting the market during certain times a day. Okay, just trying to not have your money at risk to the market all day long, right? Now I will have some intraday positions that I will be holding, obviously, but it would be off of major support and resistance areas. When I say major support and resistance, that would be a major resistance area, major support area. So I'm talking about major highs and lows, holding those. But anything in between, we're talking about scalping. All right, talking about scalping. So I just wanted to highlight those times for you because people wanted to know, when's the best time to trade. And then obviously there's even more activity outside of that during the Asian and the Asian and is it the Australian session. Okay, so it's up to you again based on your schedule what time you want to trade. All right, what time you want to trade. So we went through GA. All right, right now again it looks like um it is that area is holding as support, but it's still early. All right, it's just too early to tell right now. Okay, so let's go and do the top down on GBP CAD. GBP CAD on the monthly, we are in a no trade zone. The weekly, we are in seller's territory. All right. So There's a big possibility that this could be a bearish week on GBP CAD. Okay, let's go to the daily. All right, on the daily, we're getting that bend. We're getting that bend for a potential cross, right, on the MACD. And the daily is technically we're in a no trade zone, all right, but we're looking like we're closer to buyer's territory. So we want to take that in the note, all right, that the week could start out bullish, all right, but overall end up bearish. All right, we see that happen all the time. On the 4-hour, we are in a no trade zone. Okay. All right, but overall, it looks like, you know, it's been, you know, based on the numbers on the MACD is going down. All right. However, okay, I guess it's going down. It's going down a little bit. It's not much. It's not much divergence, but it's not that much uh, bearish activity coming off of that either. Right, but we don't want to ignore the signs. We're going to go to the intraday, the 2-hour. 2 hours, saying that we're closer to seller's territory right now, all right, than buyer's territory. All right. So again, we want to take that into mental note. 15-minute, we look like we're closer to that. We look like we're about seller's territory. So yeah, it's up to you on what you're doing with this. Going back to the weekly, just to recap what we were saying, it looks like that overall this could be a bearish week. All right, but don't be surprised if we do see some type of bullish activity. Let's go back to the 5-minute. The 5 minutes on sale is actually looking like it may be a good time to actually sell this GBP CAD. All right. It's 11%. Sorry about that, y'all. And then let's do the last one, which is a Aussie CAD. All right. And let's back out. We're going to do the same thing. Notice again how we're doing the same thing. So on the monthly, we're coming off of, we're kind of in that no trade zone. All right. So don't be surprised if you do get some type of pullback. But again, we want to be kind of taking those entries off of the 80. Again, this is if you're buying and holding for a long term. All right. However, it looks like momentum is headed down. All right, on AUD CAD. Same thing on the weekly. All right, we are in overbought territory. All right, which again is what we're saying is giving us that sell signal. All right, on the daily, same thing. All right, the 4-hour, we're coming off of the 80. All right, we see that we're already starting to get a little bit of that bearish activity. All right, same thing on the 2-hour. Let's go to 15. 15-minute is saying that we may get a little short-term little rally. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. You don't want to just maybe jump in right this second, all right, because appears that you're going to get some sort of pullback. So you may want to wait until this stochastic gets back to the 80 and take the sale from there. All right, which could be another hour, it could be 2 hours, or it could be at the start of the London session, right? Which is really where we're looking for those major moves to happen. All right, when everybody's on the charts, everyone's not on the charts right now. All right, so again, we want the best move. We don't want a good move. We want the best move. So yeah, right now it looks like price could go up, retrace a little bit on them. And same thing on the 5-minute where we see that we're in that we're in that buyer's territory. So overall, with this one, it looks like that. Let's just go back just to make sure. Yes, sellers. It could be sellers, a seller's territory, sellers week. But don't be surprised if we get a little bit more of a bigger pullback. Right, it could come all the way back up to this 97, 837 mark if they continue down. So just play close attention to that. And then again, my strategy is I'm gonna be in and out the market short term, allowing price to kind of dictate and tell me what it's going to do. All right. So like I was saying with this AUD JPY, like is that 10 pips really worth it? Probably not. Right? Probably not. But it's okay coming off of that trade. That's fine, right? Proper risk to reward. You're gonna lose some. You're gonna lose some. So we'll see what happens. And this trade really isn't over yet, as well. So clicking on the 5 minute again, we're coming off the bottom. So we'll see. We'll see how this turns out, y'all. But again, this video is gonna be recorded for playback, so that you can look at it a couple times. I will log on in the morning, and I should be live around that. Let's just say tomorrow. Yeah, 7 o'clock is cool. So 7:30. We'll get on there. So 7 o'clock to 7:30, and we'll do an update and figure out where price is coming off of or coming off of the first half of the London session, right? Trying to see what we can capitalize off of for the first half of the New York session. All right, but hopefully, y'all, this video helped you out. It'll be replayed. I'll post the YouTube video. I'm sorry, I'll post the link or post this video. I'm sorry, to YouTube for your playback. All right, but like I said, I hope this kind of clarified the MACD strategy, where again it's highly effective. However, being as though we're using an intraday strategy, all right, there could be some opportunities to be taken advantage of, like what happened today on the pullback. All right, so appreciate you all for logging on tonight. This webinar is officially over. Have a good one.